holograms. Welcome back to ArcNeo Reviews. Apologies for the vanishing in the middle of Botmas. Long story short, work crossed with hurting my throat, which anyone who knows me knows if I hurt my throat, then my sinuses get backed up and it's a whole mess. So that on top of traveling for the holidays, it all kind of fell apart. Hopefully next year we'll be able to have a little more pre-planning instead of having to just try to do it all on the fly. Half of those videos I was like recording, editing, doing all that the night before. So it fell apart. I was thinking about maybe trying to just catch up and just do them all really quick. There's no point. We'll get it next year, hopefully. So today, gonna do just kind of a chill video. Actually going to build some old Kreo. Now, of course, it is Starscream. This one seems to be pretty cool because the whole point is you just build a transformer. Now that sounds obvious, but the thing with Kreo stuff is it was never that simple. All the little minifig ones, you took them apart, you rebuilt them. Even the really, really big ones, I've been tempted to get the big Starscream, but even that one, you take it apart and you rebuild it. This one, you actually make a figure that transforms. So, gonna go ahead and if you're seeing the build process, that means that I managed to keep this video kind of interesting. If we jump cut soon, it means I devolved into rambling and stupidity, and I decided to spare you all. But first, let's see if we can even get this box open. There we go. Okay, nothing else in there. And stickers. At least it's only 4 stickers, technically 5. Oh, this is gonna work well. Trying to build this on. Ugh. Okay, well, it looks like I can kind of... Yes, if I just bathe myself in a sea of directions, I should be able to get this done. Thankfully, this is only like a 75-piece set, not, the highest part count. Should be doable here. Let's, just keep in mind that I am going to be spending like this whole video having to do these awkward up over the camera reaches. So if things do start going out of frame, I apologize. There was an attempt. Right off the bat, the first thing you build, you already get to see some of the weird pieces that Kreo used. I always kind of like that. Like, Lego, I know people don't like too many specialty pieces in their Lego, but I feel like that's a bit of a missed opportunity in a lot of cases, because there are times where just making one slightly different piece would give so many more build options. Like, so many Lego sets, if you want to do some snap breaking, studs not on top, you have to get really weirdly creative and mess with stuff, whereas a lot of these not Lego competitors, they just make a piece that does the thing that they need. I don't know. I guess I can kind of see both sides, but yeah, Lego kind of pigeonholes themselves. Sometimes it feels like. Let's see here. There are. Oh no, this one just is going to have the writing visible no matter what. Got it. And then finally this piece. I think that's it. Yep, and stand it up. Already quite the interesting looking build. Okay. Oh, and then you literally just put it away and start the other leg. Got it. So it already looks like this piece is just, basically tech greebling, which I have to give them props. You want a Transformer thing to look good, you need to greeble it. So I appreciate the greeblies. Put that up. This, and this, and that. Fold that down. Let's see here. These parts. Don't drop those parts. Put that together. By the way, mind you, for the directions I'm doing, I just went from off screen up there to off screen over here. So there's a reason I'm like, wait, where am I? Their directions are a little bit far spaced out here. Yeah, stickering will be happening off camera. I'm sorry. We are not attempting to do that. I want them to actually, have a chance of looking okay. And right here already, one of my favorite things that the Kreo stuff did was these hip pieces where you can actually, instead of just building a minifigure straight, you can actually build something kind of custom and interesting. That was such a good idea. Already, I do want to point out that is an excellently printed, torso and face. That is the good stuff right there. Okay, so we're gonna do that, these. Let's say, yeah, watch. As we get to the end of this, we're going to find out that after, 10, 15 years, there's a piece missing or something. Which means there's no getting a replacement. There is eBay. Which, let's hope not. Already dealing with actually another Kreo thing where the seller, granted, I knew I was taking a risk because of the seller's pictures. I couldn't tell one way or the other if this thing was complete or not. Answer is, it was not. So, bit of a bummer there, but calculated risk. It just did not pay off. Probably pull that over here in a second and show it, because there is still some bits of interest to it, but because, yes, duh, it is Starscream related. Hi, are you new around here? This is basically the Starscream channel. And like that is nothing you are ever going to see from Lego, and that is actually really, really cool. I'm also sure that anyone who is familiar with these directions, has built this thing, is already losing their mind at the fact that Yeah, when I build Lego stuff, I don't follow the directions perfectly. There is actually some jump around that I do. Because let's put it this way: right now, it told me to actually attach everything together. I've had it attached together this entire time. I do that. Once you've built these things long enough, there become certain things that you just don't check and follow the way that you're supposed to. It's like how I'm air quoting with the wrong fingers. I will say already on one side, the build process here has been impressively smooth. See, so it's showing this being upside down. And then do it all a second time. Where I do that thing people hate where I just go off of memory and completely ignore the directions for round 2. Okay, and there we have our Kreo Starscream. He's a little lanky. He's got a heck of a backpack, I am not gonna lie. But for what they managed here and the relatively small part count, this is not half bad. Let's see. Before we go and trying to transform him here, let's go check out posability. You've got some wing angle options, which is nice. Clearly, you'll have to take the helmet off to actually turn the head. We're not going to get that magic too tight thing that like Chinese figures have. I appreciate there's little cutouts in there so that the arms can extend all the way out. Good rotation. Basically 90 degrees in the elbow. Like they've done a good job here with their not Legodom. This is pretty neat. So let's go ahead. Let's turn the backdrop here around. And see if we can transform him, because yes, they used the entire back to give you they give you the directions for transformation twice, where they literally are just printing the same thing in reverse. But let's go ahead and get this going. So I want you to flip these up, turn the null rays up. Let's go ahead and keep those pushed in all the way. Turn the elbows inward. And funny enough, it's showing turning the head around. I'm just going to turn the helmet around. That seems somehow funnier. So they're doing all that. Straightening out the nose guff. Bringing these sections up like this. I keep knocking the helmet off. Oh, clever. So these little pieces do have a point. You are supposed to clip the hands on here for the jet mode to hold things together. That is not a bad bit of foresight. Okay, and there we've got our jet mode Kreo Starscream, it looks like. It's not perfect by any means, but that is still pretty neat, especially given the Kreo line. That's like, I think I like this more now than I would have back when Kreo was actually, a thing and out. I do find I'm a little more forgiving of things in my old age. But nah, this works. This works. That was not a bad build. The only weak part here is the helmet, which fair. It's not like the whole thing's crumbling. Like, this feels really solidly built for as thin and small as it is. Yeah, I gotta give them some props here. This is pretty stinking neat. Now, just to throw out here the thing that I got incomplete, sadly, was actually the custom Kreo Starscream kit. Bad seller listing did not make it clear that the actual Starscream and the brick that was supposed to go on here that said Kreo was gone. So, seeing if I can source some kind of just, main Starscream figure here to at least be a stand-in. But hey, so if nothing else, I've got some excess. Actually, ooh. Let's transform this guy back. I want to see this now. Hey, that was to be expected. I'll say the tension of these ball joints also feels pretty good, actually. I can't even say that about all of Lego's ball joint assembly stuff that I've messed with over the years. Sometimes those have felt either just horrendously wibbly or so tight that it feels like you're going to snap them actually trying to use them for the intended purpose. You know what? They attempted to get the little back vents. Props to them. There are, even if they didn't nail it, there were some very serious attempts here. Part of me's tempted to actually glue the helmet on if I can get it perfectly straight, just so that it functions as one headpiece. And come here. Hopefully I don't lose you guys here. The camera's getting around that time where it likes to do a weird jump. There we go. Now all is right in the world. Oh yeah. This was pretty neat. I like this a lot. So, not gonna say run out and get it, but it's fun. It is definitely fun for what it is. So, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, regular content soon. See you next time.